Knicks lost. Nets lost. Yankees lost. It's a rough morning in New York City. But it's two things that got me smiling. The combination of my brother Big Perk and my man Dan the Nerd Orlovsky. And here's the other thing that has me smiling. I'm not thinking about the past. I'm focused on the future. You're not going to think about the past. I'm focused on the future. It's going to take some work, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to take some work. But I'm trying to get there. Oh, by the way, Molly's here too.
See?
First takes in the house.
Sunshine.
The buildup is over, and now it's time to see what this team is all about, and a huge challenge to open up. Durant, they need it. They got it. Kevin Durant with the rejection. Zion Williamson, it feels effortless. Williamson, big time flush.
The numbers aren't pretty for the Nets. It's going to be up to Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons. They need to find the game.
Durant turns it over. He lost it. Ben Simmons could not finish it. Turnover, Nets. Ben Simmons upset. In his Nets debut, he is fouled out. The Nets get drilled on opening night. 130 to 108. Disappointment in the season opener for the Nets.
The NBA is back, so you know what that means. So is Kendrick Perkins. Perk, what's going on? So good to see you.
What's up, Molly? Always good to see you. Stephen A., how you doing?
Yo, you ain't got to be like that, man. You got to show. You know what? I take it back. I'm going to tell you why he gave me that greeting. I'm going to tell you why he gave me that greeting. Because my little big bro, I've been so busy and so preoccupied that I must admit, Molly, I have committed a crime.
What?
I have not called my big brother. My bad, dog. I'm going to call you today. I'm going to call you today to check up on you. I didn't call and check up on my big bro in the last couple of weeks, okay? I got to get back on my game. I've been very, very busy, but I'm going to call and check up on you today, my man. Love you. You know that. How you doing?
All right, let's do it. Let's go into the association. Obviously, Dan Orlovsky will be back. We got a lot of football to talk in Thursday Night Football today. So here we go, fella. Zion Williamson, he didn't disappoint in his NBA return after being sidelined for a year and a half, as he put up 25 points and 9 rebounds in New Orleans Pelicans' season-opening 130-108 victory over the Brooklyn Nets. As for the Nets, Kyrie Irving struggled from the field, shooting 6 for 19 and failing to sink any of his 6 attempts from 3. Kyrie, talk to me.
This is going to be, a familiar theme throughout the year, and that's to consistently play with a competitive spirit without us talking about it all the time. And I don't want to sit in front of here, sit in this seat after every game saying, we should have done this, we should have done that. Like, this is a grown man's league, and the most physical team wins.
All right, by the way, some more details for you. Ben Simmons fouled out early in the fourth quarter with 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, taking 3 shots. SA, you want to start this? Okay, all right, I'll take that as a yes. Are you more impressed or depressed with the Nets?
Well, I think that we need to start off this on a positive note.
Oh, who are you?
The fact of the matter is that, as I pointed out, all the New York teams lost last night. But here's the flip side to this, Kendrick Perkins. The flip side to this. All the New York teams lost last night. But I ain't losing. I kind of look good this morning, if I should say so myself. I just wanted to throw that out there. At least we have me going for New York City, because I don't know what the hell is going on today.
Last time I checked, my Giants are doing very well.
I was just talking about last night. I was just talking about last night.
But not all New York is losing.
This morning, at least I showed up. The Nets and the rest of the New York teams did it, but I did. Let me say this. I'm disappointed in what I saw from the Brooklyn Nets because, they got their butts whipped. New Orleans is my sleeper. I think they can go as far as the Western Conference Finals. I'm not surprised at how good they look. I'm just shocked that it was at the expense of the Brooklyn Nets in such lopsided fashion. Kyrie was absolutely right in terms of it being a grown man league. I like how he slickly and adroitly, I might add, alluded to the fact that it's a grown man's league and what have you. And, there's a physicality that comes with it, and the Nets don't have that. They got a lot of talent. but they don't have that girth. They don't have somebody like Big Perk on their front line, be out there just to bang bodies and to hurt people if necessary. You need somebody like that if you're the Brooklyn Nets, and they simply don't have that right now. The only person who showed up offensively was Kevin Durant. He started off the game wrong because he had more turnovers than baskets in the first few minutes. And even after the good pregame speech Kyrie Irving gave KP, they started the game down 20-4. And so I look at it from that standpoint, I'm like, damn, I didn't expect that from the Brooklyn Nets, but I still believe in this team. I still believe in this franchise. But last night was not a good showing. And listen, Ben Simmons, I'm going to be nice because we focus on the future. I'm not trying to dig up the past. We focus on the future. But my God, Ben Simmons was awful last night too. No factor whatsoever. Plagued by foul trouble to some degree, didn't seem ready to go, okay? And only attempted one shot in the first 3 quarters, which also didn't help matters at all. You don't have to shoot jump shots, but damn, you're supposed to be a playmaker. You weren't doing that. So I just think that all around, it was a relatively bad night for the Brooklyn Nets, but it's just opening season, and I'm thinking forward. I'm not thinking about the past, Kendrick Perkins.
And I get that. And look, I've been waiting to get on here. I've been watching you for the last 2 weeks, and I've been waiting to get on here to get to know you so you could smell my cologne. And this is what I want to ask you.
Yes.
Why is your expectations all of a sudden so high for the Brooklyn Nets? You shouldn't be worried or you shouldn't be disappointed in the Brooklyn Nets. As expected, we all knew that they was going to get that spanking last night. See,
Really?
here's the deal.
I didn't know that.
I did. Okay. Because we keep talking about everything that they're going to do offensively. I keep telling you, they don't have a defensive identity. And here's the thing. Steve Nash ain't changed. Last time I checked, he's still been the same Steve Nash. And part of playing on the defensive side is the coaching and getting the players to buy into your system. I tweeted this out last night. I said, how long is Steve Nash lasting? And you know what? I figured this out. He'll be spending Christmas in Canada, okay? Because he'll be at home. Here's the thing. Also, we keep acting like Ben Simmons is going to come back and have some type of all-star caliber season. And this is the thing. We question a lot of people when it comes down to having that killer instinct, that killer mentality. When we talk about guys like LeBron and the late, great Kobe Bryant and Kyrie Irving and things of that nature, I didn't realize this. Ben Simmons ain't nothing but a family dog, a good golden retriever. When the stranger come ringing the doorbell, instead of him barking and getting aggressive and going at the window, he get to wagging his tail. And he's not going to change. See, you talked about he attempted one shot through 3 quarters. I look at it like this. Hell, Zion Williamson did whatever the hell he wanted. Okay, if Ben Simmons is not going to be aggressive offensively, what is he known for, Stephen A?
Defense.
He's known for being one of the most versatile defenders in the league. He didn't show that. You also just said he showed up not ready to play.
Right.
How are you not ready to play on a new team in a new situation after what you did last year in Philly?
Well, let's crystallize this for our audience, because you ain't just going by what you're watching. You're connected to the league, and you're going about by what you're hearing as well. And you and I have been hearing the same thing. You got cats that are already talking about Ben Simmons soft, already talking about nothing has changed, already talking about he's full of it. He was talking a good game. He spoke a good game, to you and others, Stephen A., but he ain't changed one bit. That's what they saying about him already. Okay, and this is before opening night, okay, based on what they've seen by just being around him, all right? I hope that's not true. I'm trying to give the brother the benefit of the doubt because I'm looking ahead. I'm looking forward, not the past. And I'm thinking about the fact that this is a brother that swears, okay, I got shooters, I got scorers, but what I need to do is return back to what I was prior to all of these issues that I had. That was his message to me, so I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But last night, he didn't help that case one bit. In terms of them defensively, I expected them to be better than that. In terms of Nash, here's the deal with Nash. I don't disagree with you because KD asked for a trade for a reason, and Nash was included, according to the reports. He was included in that. He wanted Nash gone. I personally felt that, listen, one of the reasons Boston didn't fire Ime Udoka outright was because they knew that Brooklyn would have gobbled him up. The great Adrian Wojnarowski educated me last night and informed me that, guess what? If another job opening came Ime Udoka's way and he wanted it, the Boston Celtics would let him out and let him go get that other job. So in light of that reality, it is what it is. Brooklyn made the mistake, it appears, of keeping Nash because as things move on, nothing has really changed. You're right with what you're saying, but it ain't just because of what you're seeing it. It's because you're being told it, because you're connected to the league as well. We hearing the same things, and I have to stand down because I certainly didn't expect that kind of showing from Brooklyn last night.
But Stephen A. too. Also, let me ask you this: one, let me give a lot of praise to the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay,
they big time.
When you talk, I got to agree with you. And I don't look. And I'm not going against you, but here's the thing. I don't even consider them a sleeper. See, this is why they're not a sleeper. When you look at their roster and you look at their size, their athleticism, along with the mixture of the skill set. See, when you start to look at Zion Williamson, C.J. McCollum, and Brandon Ingram, that big three alone, with their skill set, they're one of the best skilled trios in the NBA. Let's talk about the athleticism and length that they have. When you talk about the kid Murphy on the wing position, big Valanciunas banging down low. They come in off the bench with Larry Nance Jr. We know how versatile and how athletic he is. Hell, they didn't even have Jackson Hayes yesterday. So when I look at this team that's well coached by Willie Green, this team is a force to be reckoned with. I had them top four in the Western Conference, finishing top four in the Western Conference this season. They could compete. Well, they could take any team to a Game 7. They could beat any team in the West in a 7-game series, to be honest with you.
Well, I look at them, the reason why, just to close out this segment, the only reason I mentioned sleeper is because when we were looking at the top teams, it was Memphis, it was Golden State. Obviously, you had Dallas up in there. You had the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I mean, I'm saying to you, I completely agree with you. I think New Orleans can take anybody out outside of Golden State. Okay. I don't believe that about Golden State. That's just me. Outside of that, they can beat anybody.
We know.
Well, I was right, remember. You remember that. You had to end the season saying Stephen A.
In the words of Kendrick Perkins, it's time to carry on.
You know, and birds of a feather flock together.
We stay in New York, exactly, and we go glass half full, because I'm rubbing off on you, Stephen A. The Knicks hung tough with the